Greetings, citizens, real-life superheroes. It is I, Tamerlane Real Life Super-Villain. And on the hotline today, we have one of our random residents of Miami-Dade County. Hope you're packing heat in the 305. Mr. 305, are you on the phone?
Why, yes, sir.
So, I understand you had an experience today. Do you care to give your name or perhaps any sort of code moniker you have? Secret identity, perhaps?
We'll go by Great Habsburg.
Very good. Or very bad. So you had an experience today in Miami. What happened?
Well, I was sitting in light, and, you know, there's many people nowadays in Miami going around trying to collect for charity work, and homeless people trying to always get a buck from you. And I'm usually a generous person. I'll give the average guy on the street $1 or a couple bucks, and unfortunately today someone decided that they would put their hand in my window with a flyer and stick it directly in my face.
They stuck their physical body within your vehicle.
Yes, this is correct.
This is an outrage, people! What was on the flyer, by the way? Was it a picture of nude women or where to buy good narcotics? Anything of that sort of interest?
No, it was helping children against abuse or...
You don't even know. There's so many goddamn charities.
He flashed it in my face so quickly that I couldn't, you know...
Well, usually what I tell these people is I have a phrase I throw back at them, which is, I have but one charity, and that's Save the Chimps, the world's largest chimpanzee sanctuary in Fort Pierce, Florida. There they have 12 3-acre islands where chimpanzees can roam freely in open air. So what else happened after the gentleman rudely stuck his physical being within your vehicle? What happened next, sir?
No, I told him I didn't want the flyer, and of course he stormed off very angrily and upset, looking back and walking past my car because I didn't want to collect his, pay him off for his little flyer. Because this is what they do. They put the flyer in your window, and then after you take it, and you're thinking it's just a pamphlet or something, they basically try to swindle you out of money. So, you know, it's like a bait and switch. They try to make you feel guilty for not taking, you know, paying them off or giving them money.
Wow.
It's a very sad thing.
That's a sad commentary, you know. I mean, I do have to admit, I feel some empathy for those people. I do, but when you're doing it that way, you ain't gonna make any money. Imagine if I tried to raise money for Save the Chimps by sticking the old begging jar right into the vehicle. Wouldn't work.
No, I don't.
Wouldn't work.
I don't mind. I gave money for my friend's house that got burned down, and I gave money for another friend of mine whose poor legs have been, you know, removed because a drunk driver hit him.
Well, man, no need to be a Debbie Downer, brother. But yeah, those are the causes you got to go for, personal causes. That's real socialism, is when society pulls together to help one another. Now, I know you can't see because you're on the radio, but I don't want to say I have a cockroach problem, but I'm holding up right now to the camera a wooden spatula that I've decorated. I don't know how well you can see this out in YouTube land. It says Death Stick on it. And it's a wooden spatula, and I've been using it to not only kill cockroaches, but palmetto bugs to boot. Lucky me, eh?
Delicious.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Foul thing.
Well, excuse me. The irony is that, of course, my organization, Tick, which I'm also spotting the sticker right now. You can't tell. It's over on this side. Tick is actually an offshoot of the evil supervillain organization known as Roach. Ruthless organization against citizen heroes. I was a member of that organization, and I had complete permission to start the spin-off group known as Tick. I don't think they took too kindly to me changing Tick's name to having my own name within it. But the stickers look great. You can find them on my Tamerlane page for $2.50 for postage and handling, unless you're out of the States. And you too can become an honorary, official, unofficial minion of Tick. My friend in Miami, is there any other stories you'd like to share with the rest of the world that they might not know about Miami? We're going to consider this my current events section of the show.
Miami. I don't know. There's much going on and much to do and much to see.
What, do you work for the Board of Tourism or something?
Not really.
You getting a cut? Plug. Because to me, being a supervillain is, I mean, you don't have to go around pissing off everyone. Imagine how far that would get me. You have to be somewhat diplomatic. You know, 48 Laws of Power, Robert Greene and all that, right?
Very good, very good. I love it. That's one of my favorite books.
And as someone said to me today, that I was in it for the long game, as it were. The long game. So many of the villains were actually but posers, temporary Tamerlanes, if you will. Some I've lost contact with due to infighting, as any decent supervillain would engage in, infighting within his own peer circle. So,
I would consider them social media villains.
but I will say there is a demon lord by the name of Cavian Darkane out in the city of Pittsburgh. I'd like to give a shout out to, who's definitely taking the plunge into villainy. Again, many names and faces escape me at this time. I have few allies, sir. You've brought old Uncle Tamerlane to a dark, dark place.
And what about superheroes? Any sightings of Mr. What's his name? The guy that used to run around the body armor.
The body armor, that narrows it down.